In today's video, we take a quick look at a BrickTracks R104 switch pack. I wasn't going to review this, but there's a bit more to unpack than I thought. Friend of the channel, Nick Jackson, has used these for trains in the park for quite some time now, but I wanted my own set for testing, and I finally bought a pair when BrickTracks had a Black Friday sale, reducing the price by about 25%. The switches come in the same sturdy box as the curves, and the front shows everything that comes inside, which is actually more than I thought. The set includes a left and right switch, 2 pieces each, some straight 8s, a pair of standard R104 curves, a pair of R104A curves, a pair of R104B curves, and a pamphlet showing how to use them. More on that in a bit. We also get a pair of low-profile switch levers packed in their own bag. Everything else uses rubber bands. These pieces have the same build quality as the R104 curves. The clutch between the studs and the clutch between the tracks are both pretty tight. Tighter than official LEGO parts, which is both good and bad. I'm not sure why the switches themselves come in 2 parts. Perhaps just to fit this particular packaging, but it does allow for some strange and useless combination of parts. A bar moves the points back and forth, and they are sprung the same way as the LEGO points, such that trains can go through the other way. The bar has holes on both ends such that a switch lever can connect to either side of the switch. Now let's look at the track configurations, which is where things get more complicated. Regular LEGO switches have one official configuration, an inward-facing curve leading into a parallel siding. Some unofficial configurations exist, such as a straight into a single crossover, but I suspect these happened coincidentally rather than by design. On the other hand, the BrickTracks R104 switches have a lot of supported configurations. Most relevant to this set, an R104B goes into a parallel siding, and an R104A continues the curve. The R104B looks substantially longer than a standard R104, but the R104A looks very close to one. While these special curves allow for more track configurations, and they all have tiny molded labels, I suspect it could be annoying to pick them out of a stack of standard R104 curves without any additional labeling. Some other configurations include directly joining 2 same-handed switches to make a crossover. Purchasing some straight 1.6s also allows for making switch ladders. This isn't the only way to make an R104 switch with multiple configurations. For example, FX Brick has done something I really don't like. rather than make special R104 curves for switches, they've made a special R64 curve that works with some additional straights in a variety of situations. This doesn't really allow for a pure R104 layout, and it might limit some pure R104 locomotives or rolling stock. Finally, the normally $44 switch pack is indeed quite expensive compared to the $16 official switch set, but the Black Friday discount did bring the pricing pretty close on a per track length basis. The official set has about 160 studs worth of track, while the BrickTracks set has about 260 studs worth. That being said, there aren't too many options for out-of-the-box R104 solutions, and on that note, this is the end of the video. Please consider subscribing if you like what we do, and have a nice day.